Good day to you, Taurus. Welcome to Meenakshi Tarot, to your reading for the last week of June. This is a general reading, Taurus. So look at your sun, your moon, your Venus, and those of you who know your rising, look at your rising. Okay, Taurus. This is quite interesting. See, your energy has come up here twice. Hierophant. The Hierophant is here. And it's here as well, so it's come up twice in this reading, so it's a very specific reading here. You've got the Chariot, and this is Cancer energy here. Okay, let's have a look at what's going on here. Some of you, the three cards are up here: Seven of Swords, Four of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. And I'm doing the three-card layout: recent past, present, immediate future. So what we're seeing here, some of you are having to deal with situations that could be causing you a bit of conflict. There could be some conflict, some drama. You're wanting to bring some happiness into the home situation, having that stability. But you really need to look at what it is that you're doing and what it is that you're bringing to the table, Taurus. You know, you can have this relationship with this peacefulness and this contemplation, but this conflict that's arising, you just need to understand what's going on. You need to understand the part that you're playing in situations, and if whatever deceit and dishonesty has happened in the past that's caused you this unhappiness, it can be sorted out to create happiness for you in your relationships. There's definitely something that's happened in your recent past that has caused many of you some problems. Some of you should see whether you played a part in this. I always believe in self-reflection and seeing what part did we play in the conflict that has arisen. Underneath the Seven of Swords, Taurus, you've got the Four of Swords, you've got the Four of Pentacles, you've got the Three of Cups. Underneath the Four of Pentacles, you've got the Hierophant, the Hanged Man, the Ten of Wands. Underneath the Hierophant, you've got the Knight of Pentacles, you've got the Seven of Pentacles, and the Chariot energy. So let's look at this. You know, with this defeat, you've been feeling defeated. You've been feeling the sense of defeat after this conflict that has arisen. There's this conflict that has caused you a lot of pain. And it's even more so, it's wanting you to hold on to yourself and to your situations, to things that you deem valuable. Not necessarily financials. It could be family, it could be friends, it could be your career. Some of you could be your reputation that you want to hold on to. And you want to celebrate these things about who you are. You know, you want to celebrate your victories. We see that even though you've had to deal with this conflict, it's just reminded you of how to celebrate your victories in life. We see that you're having to be alone in a lot of things, and you're having to contemplate and think about a lot of things. And some of you, your central card being the Hanged Man, you need to change the way you are viewing things. That sometimes, you know, you may think that this is the right way to look at something when it's actually not the right way to look at something. You just need to have a change of opinion, and it's quite okay to change your opinion. We're allowed to change our opinions, Taurus. Some of you could be reaching like the end of a journey that has been very taxing. You could have been going through something that has been very taxing, and you need to look at it as not as, you know, is this ever going to end? You are going through this process and the end is in sight. You just need to keep moving along. Some of you could be carrying burdens from the past, and you're remembering happier times and good times, but also be very mindful, Taurus, of not living in the past and not always wanting things to be the way they used to be. Accept change and move with the times and change and evolve. We see many of you wanting to have new contracts, positions that's coming to mind. Could be business situations that are happening for some of you. Expansion. There's some of you could just be focusing on your careers, and there's this opportunity to expand, to grow. And we see you taking these steps, thinking about the future, and saying, you know what, I need to make some changes here, and I need to move towards something else. Even though there is a tug towards the past and a tug towards yourself and a tug towards have a pity party and just worry about yourself, you do realize that you do have options. You've planted all these seeds that have come into harvest, and you need to move forward. You need to make a decision. You need to move forward. Some of you could be looking at purchasing a new car. Some of you could be looking at traveling, maybe going on a trip, taking a holiday or something. You see something that's happening for some of you. There's some change that's happening. But as you're moving forward, you need to also realize that you need to make these decisions. You need to make these decisions, and you need to do what's good for you, Taurus, but mindful of those around you. Sometimes what's good for you is not, they say what's good for the goose is not good for the gander. So, you've got the Four of Wands, High Priestess, the Star. Some of you could be having an Aquarius person in your space. Ten of Wands again. Some of you need to gather your wisdom. Queen of Swords. This is air energy here, Taurus. Could be in your chart. Air energy is Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You've got the Moon, Pisces energy. I'm not reading reversals, guys. You've got the World. Six of Pentacles. Some of you feeling burdened to be generous to other people. Is it a burden for you to share your bounty, Taurus? You got the Magician. You got the Empress. Two of Swords. Strength, Leo energy here. Page of Swords. Decisions, choices. Ace of Pentacles twice in this reading. Is it in this reading here that you've got Ace of Pentacles? Do you have the Ace of Pentacles? Yeah. And I think it was in my last reading that I did. You've got the Fool here. You've got the Two of Cups. You've got the Hanged Man. So you've got the Hangman twice. So let's look at this. So Taurus, we see some of you have been wanting to have this relationship. You've been very tired. You've been wanting to have celebration, roots, commitment. And you felt that you had a lot to offer in this relationship. Then we see that some of you have been, contemplating. You could have had this attraction for somebody who you saw as a family person, or somebody saw you, Taurus, as an attractive option, somebody that they could have a relationship with the family with, and it's vice versa here. There was a lot of love. There's some of you could have been looking at home improvement. Some of you could have been looking at just making your home life better, making things better. Some purchases, things like that, just making life comfortable, but also needing to seek a deeper spiritual understanding of self. We see that even though many of you may be moving forward career-wise, there's some of that. We wishes things have come forward that have been better for you, better opportunities, but you're also finding having to make that choice, that things are constantly moving, and you've got to move with the changes, and you've got to make the choice. But you need to know that though you may feel so insecure about things, you do have the wisdom, and you know what it is that you need to do. You just need to create this balance in your life, not have too much of excess of any one thing. We see here that holding on to things, may have made some of you feel very burdened. You may have felt that you were holding on to things that actually wasn't worth it. But it was, whatever you held on to, it may have felt like a burden at the time. At any time you could let go of that, situations that you were holding on to. Some of you held on to situations out of love. And just knowing it. Just having the familiar around you. But at any time that you wanted to move on, you had this choice to move on. There's been some of you could also be very challenged with a love situation where it felt very burdened. Some of you could have been loving somebody who wasn't loving you back. Some of you may have had to also change your opinions about a person. Some of you have had to grow strong and rise above your situations, changing your mindset, looking at things differently. Know that you're stepping into something new, but you need to be very careful. You need to know that you need to learn from the lessons from the past as you move into the future. I need to also know that if you don't have all the information, as though you may have a lot of options, but you need to be mindful of not getting caught up by illusion and drama, to see with clarity what is before you. There's new work opportunities, there's new financial opportunities coming your way. So you need to be very mindful of this, Taurus, as you move forward with these new opportunities. Do not allow deception to cloud your judgment. We see that a lot of you could be looking at traveling, celebrating, meeting people new people, old people. Some of you could just be taking the step into the unknown. Some of you could be starting something that's completely new for you. New opportunities are opening up for you. Be mindful of the contracts that you have to see to. We see that some of you could also be feeling so burdened with having to be so generous to others. But you know, it's almost as though your past is impacting in your present moment. Your past is saying to you, you know what, in the past you were generous and it didn't get you where you needed to be, but you need to leave the past in the past and judge the present moment for what it is. We see that there's a wonderful love opportunity that's coming towards you, a love opportunity that allows you to give of yourself, to share of yourself, and you need to rise up to that. We see as you're moving forward, we're moving forward with changes. Some of you making these trips, you know, you're needing to once again really realize that you do need to change the way you're viewing things. You need to create a little bit more balance in yourself. You know, you might be up in the air about so many things. Some of you could be attracted to somebody who is very different from you in many ways. Somebody who could be far away from you where you need to travel towards them. We see some of you could be also dealing with somebody who's maybe culturally different from yourself. We see that. But this new relationship offers you an opportunity for something new. But you also need to remember with this something new comes a responsibility to almost reevaluate yourself, reinvent yourself, and give the best of yourself. You have this ability to do that, Taurus. Remember, you can look towards the future for something better for yourself and bring the passion towards this relationship, towards this newness. Traveling, taking a trip. It's towards something that's actually going to cause your world to be a little upside down. It's going to make things a bit different for you. So embrace this travel. It's going to be a good opportunity for you, Taurus. So let's pull out some energy cards for you to see what messages energy has for you. 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. You need to listen to your intuition. Follow your guidance. Heed the inner wisdom that you have, Taurus. Bring some balance with this yin yang card. Bring some balance to yourself. Balance your masculine, feminine energies. In the 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael. Be true to your heart, Taurus. This is important that you be true to your heart and that you allow your heart to express what it needs to express. So all in all, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If any part of this reading resonated with you, Taurus, please remember to subscribe to my channel, to hit the like button, to share the videos. Thank you for watching. Until next time, goodbye.